Hello, it's Roger here again. Welcome to this new playlist, which I'm calling Creating Qualitative Data by Asking People Questions. Over these 8 videos, I'm going to introduce you to 5 methods for creating qualitative data. These are 5 common research methods which will allow you to get sufficient data to complete an entire qualitative research project. They're methods you're probably already familiar with, but getting to know them better will help you learn other methods later on. 5 methods we're going to look at are open text survey questions, qualitative surveys, structured interviews, semi-structured interviews, and unstructured interviews. These methods all create qualitative data by presenting questions to individual people. Let's unpack this statement a little bit. First off, these methods create qualitative data. As I defined in a previous video, qualitative data is non-numerical data included within a research project that ultimately originates from a person or people's actions. For these 5 methods, the data ultimately originates from what a person either writes or says. In other words, these methods prompt participants to provide either a written or verbal response. The qualitative data they produce then will either be a written response, for example text, or an audio or video recording. All of these methods create this data by primarily presenting questions for participants to answer, while recognizing that alternative formats for prompting a response can also be used. To simplify things for this playlist, I'll refer to these methods as just using questions. These 5 approaches are sometimes called methods of data collection. I prefer to think of them as methods of data creation. Let me explain. If I analyze a published document, this data exists prior to my project. On the other hand, if I ask a person a question, their specific response did not exist until I asked the question and they answer it. In this way, in asking someone a question as a part of a research project, we actually create or prompt a participant to create qualitative data for our project. Calling it a method of data creation highlights that this data did not exist before the question was asked. It highlights that there's a specific time that this data came into being. The response wasn't just found and collected. The data has a temporal reference. If we ask the same question to the same participant tomorrow, we may get another, and likely even a different response. Calling them methods of data creation also highlights that for these methods, the researcher plays a role in bringing the data about. Because the data doesn't already exist, it follows that for these methods, we need to recruit people who are willing to participate in our projects and answer our questions. No participants, no data. There can be group surveys or group interviews, which we call focus groups. While there are similarities, in this playlist, I'm going to focus just on methods that ask individuals to respond. With these boundaries in mind, in the next video, I'm going to discuss the main difference between a survey and an interview. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you at the next video.